is just fantastic. Captain's Log, Subdates 211204.8. As the crew are only buying me gifts, gotta love Secret Santa. None of that replicated shite. I've started setting up my Amazon wishlist, linked below, so they can frantically buy me all the chocolates and all the rums. Welcome back, everyone. This is the third and I believe final installment of the 2021 review. And yes, that does mean we're now going to address the final Ghoul, even though he is not a Ghoul at all, in the form of Nikocado Avocado. So what I thought I'd do is go through each month and demonstrate his best moments. So let's see what Nikocado Avocado did during the year of 2021.
89 lbs? You left 89 lbs eating nothing but rice and potatoes? Is that what you want to tell them? Yes! I did. I can open that part. Okay, here you go, dainty girl. Shh! Mmm. Spicy, spicy, spicy! Mmm. That's about.
I'm not very good at surprises. I actually am really bad at planning stuff, but I'm very warm and tender.
Okay, this one's Orland. I actually like to finish my food. I don't like to get full in one thing because then you can't taste the flavors or anything else. I know more about mukbang than you think. So now I'm gonna drizzle on a little of the spice, just a little bit, okay? To give it some character. Mmm. It has a very fine little coating of hardness on the outside, but everything else is not hard at all. Mmm. I love pizza. Mmm. Oh my god. Apparently I'm eating too much. Mmm.
Wait, is that it? Are we sure about that? I could have sworn there was more. Let's try this again, but with everything that I believe is missing.
These neighbors, I don't even care if they hear me. I'm gonna do the Irish step dance for them so they can hear me. Ouch! My finger is gonna bend it backwards. These are precious. Those are baseball mitts. These are precious. Those are precious baseball mitts. These chairs are fragile. I spent money. Not fragile. That's your ego, you muffin man. Be careful not to bend backwards on my chair. I can't bend backwards. Yes, stop.
Well, with that all in mind, I guess we finished the video, haven't we? You got all the context you need for what you saw. I mean, I did leave out the fact that multiple times, I think I've lost count now, Orlen and Niko, Mr. Avocado, broke up and got back together. I may have forgotten that Nikocado brought out some rather unique merch. Not gonna lie, I kinda want one of these shirts. It really speaks to the complete lack of emotion that you hear in my voice. I did try to work out if there was some kind of mathematical formula for Nikocado's weight gain, mukbangs, and all-in breakups to try and work out roughly how frequently he and All-In would break up to get back together to break up again depending on how much Nikocado put on, or lost. But then I remembered, All-In is as much a part of the show, therefore it is unlikely any of this is real, therefore a formula is redundant. As long as All-In gets Dento, I guess that's all that matters really, right? Nikocado has been in 2 controversies with 2 separate content creators over the course of the year that we will get to in a moment. Nikocado has started using a CPAP machine in his videos on his Nikocado Avocado 3 channel, because 1 and 2 just weren't enough. Granted, he doesn't really upload on the main one, the first one. He doesn't really use the second as much, and the third is also somewhat infrequent as well. Nikocado's primary channel seems to be more Nikocado. He does have another channel called Nikocado Shorts, which does incredibly well. I will admit, a lot of it, while a little bit strange, is quite amusing. Because if anyone knows how to make fun of others and themselves, it's going to be him. You can't fault the guy for being funny. He does have one other channel called Noodle King, which he hasn't used in over 4 months, so we can discard this channel as being used as well in favour of Nikocado Shorts and more Nikocado. I assume, by the way, one of the reasons he moved to these channels is because perhaps maybe demonetization, channel dying perhaps, viewer retention is key here. Having a new channel, new controversies, really does help channels survive. Nikocado, having been on this platform long enough, knows exactly how to play this game. So he knows if someone like Moist Critical calls him out, there is money to be made in that, and he will be all over it.
How far would you go for some updoots on the internet?
Who is this? Who is this person? Who are you?
He usually will eat something and then just start breaking down into tears and crying about something. He's notorious for constantly crying.
This whole disabled, this is wrong type of thing. There's such thing that's called temporarily disabled. My father was temporarily disabled for 5 years.
He said it's your fault for encouraging these videos. Now he says like this pretty often, and it shows me that there's still some self-awareness deep within him somewhere, locked deep away. But that rational side of him he keeps buried, locked in a cage. He said it's your fault.
It is your fault!
Now there is a lot more to those videos, but there is one big takeaway point from Nikocado's response. The entire thing was akin to a WWE Hall of Famer act. The moment they see a fan or they sniff attention, they immediately go into character, and they don't break character. Nikocado is no different. Something which, in a direct response, a day later Moist Critical references, which then led to Nikocado putting out a serious response. And I thought I'd play a clip from that.
I'm furious. Do you realize that this person fooled you? He pulled wool over your eyes. I'm telling you, there should be a study on people like this who have this way of sounding really articulate and really intelligent without actually saying anything of intellectual value at all.
Not gonna lie, I thought he was talking about me for a second.
He said that I was myself. He said that I was myself. This is disgusting. And when I point this out to him, this supposed, oh, I'm coming from a place of concern. I'm coming from a place of, you know, I'm sad for you. I'm actually concerned for you. Yeah, you're so damn concerned, yet you did nothing about that video that's currently spewing all over the internet. You are passive aggressive and you ain't fooling me. You have the nerve to talk about my physical appearance and bring up my and you have the nerve to say, oh, well, he advertised his Patreon, so I just don't take any of this seriously. you. I'm one of thousands, and actually I'm not that popular compared to the ones in Korea or Japan, even some American ones who post every day just like me, and they're skinny. It would be a logical assumption that you'd have some other videos like this out there if this was something that deeply concerned you, this concept of eating bad food or having incorrect diets. Well, where are all those other videos to all those other people who eat just as often and frequently as I do, but are skinny? Where are they? Where are they?
I have no doubt every single one of you expected so much nothing more than that. Because Nikocado is a character. He's a method actor. He doesn't break character. There are moments in some of his live streams where he will stop talking about whatever it is that he wants to be sensationalist about, and he will suddenly hyper-focus on an important issue, and he will show you just how intelligent he is. But, as Moist Critical has pointed out, this always gets buried. Why? Because even though it is fascinating for Nikocado and his channel and his weight gain journey, it does not bring in views. Unless of course he operates under the mantra of less is more, in which case this helps him as well. So for the year of 2021, this was the biggest, let's say, drama generator, view generator, revenue generator for Nikocado. But it is worth acknowledging, yes, there are many creators who stumble across you and indicate their concern. There are inconsistencies with those creators because of their concern. It does not mean that their concern is not valid, which is what you tried to do in your response. You tried to delegitimize his concern under the guise of, but you've never covered others, you've just gone for me, which again could well be part of the character, which makes it incredibly difficult to express concern for somebody who is yet to express any genuine concern for themselves. Well, on camera. Although you did recently do this.
No point. There's just no point to this game. Why can't I rewind? Why can't I go back in time? Does anyone know? Don't you wish you could go back in time? There was a point, like I can think of like a weekend, like one weekend in my life where everything seemed to be good. I had money, I had a job, I had love, I had self-satisfaction, I was proud of myself, my family liked me, my friends loved me, I was healthy.
The big problem with this particular video is that no one can tell if he's genuine or not anymore. He is such a caricature, it is a mystery. Does one want to genuinely be sympathetic or offer help to someone who will the next day, or a day earlier, or at the exact same time he uploads this, upload other clips of him being a complete, well, silly sod really. It does make things a tad tricky to navigate. There are more creators after Moist Critical's video calling him out, claiming he is doing more harm to his body for views, and there are a lot of arguments in this direction. But much like when it comes to somebody on the other side of this particular weight scale spectrum, one has to be very careful how they approach this. Notice how no one is calling for deplatforming, how very telling, and also the correct way of going about this. I personally would love for Nikocado to change his life and be the very person he was proud of, but we know he can't be as skinny as he was when he was vegan because it was hurting his health, so finding a balance or a weight where he is comfortable would be great. And I'm sure there are many more people, fans he's never even tapped into, who would love to see that humorous creativity on the Shorts channel become more normalized with him at a healthier weight. So in 2022, I would love to see that. Will Nikocado do it? It's unlikely. Why? Have you seen the dollar signs in his eyes when he's sucking the life out of a crab's legs?